Hello and welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade and I'm excited to bring you this very quick just check of the day. What do I need to know today? What energy am I walking into? What will bring me my best joy for the day? And so we're going to jump in. I do have 4 piles today, but they are very quick readings. So we will go into those. You can go to the timestamps in the description and go directly to the one that is calling to you. I would suggest that you take a moment, take a deep breath, look at the images that I'm going to show you for each of the piles, which you can see here, and go for that and choose which one you want to listen to today. All right, so let's take a look at that, and we'll reveal what the card actually says in the reading, but for pile number 1, you have this beautiful card here. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, you have this card here with the piano and the notes, the moon. Pile number 3, this card. And pile number 4, this card. All right. So those are the readings for today. Check them out. If you feel pulled to more than one of the piles, please feel free to check those out. If you like the readings that you're getting on this channel, just hit that thumbs up button for me. I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading for today's guidance. You chose this card here, which is really beautiful. There's connection, reconnect, okay? So this card is inviting you to reawaken to yourself, to tap into your experience of how you are loving on yourself. There's a real sense of getting grounded in your roots and understand that our roots need to be nurtured in love. In order for us to be able to be fully planted, we have to be able to fully embrace who and what we are, okay? So this card is about returning to self, reestablishing, reaffirming, regenerating. So this is a sense of renewing your soul, renewing your spirit. It is really leaning you into the relationship that you have with yourself and understanding that the relationship that you have with yourself is the driving force of everything that you are able to create, okay? It is the creator of your dreams. So it is critical that that relationship with yourself is one that is drenched in possibility, is drenched in love, is drenched in honor, respect, compassion, and forgiveness. Okay, so this is just a reminder to ground yourself in that self-love, because if you're not grounded in that space, anything that you create, anything that you engage in terms of relationships can be a bit toxic. So you want to be very, very mindful of self. And what's wonderful about that is that you have complete access to yourself and the development of yourself. Reconnect with yourself, which is going to reconnect you to the divine. Your tea leaves that you have for today are indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah, so I'm really getting that the guidance for this pile is about checking back in. Some of you have been a bit checked out. Someone working against you behind your back is what this rat is saying. And that can often happen when we are sleeping a bit, okay? So be mindful, and I'm not blaming you for any of that. I'm just saying that as you awaken and reconnect to yourself, those things, those negative influences, those things can either completely fade away or no longer affect you on your soul journey, okay? The 2 tarot cards that I pulled for you are the 5 of Cups. So this is talking about sadness, grief, loss, okay? Focusing on those things which are lost. That is a part of the ego, all right? So being mindful that, and understand that the ego is not always bad, but in this case, this is when you are sort of leaning into that depth. Some of you may have recently experienced a valid grief, a valid loss, a valid pain. You've got 5. So you've got 2 5 here. So your guidance for today in the 5, again, egos, disagreements, chaos. But the 5 of Wands can talk about challenges being able to take you to another level. All right. So your guidance today, beloved, is to reconnect to yourself. All right. Allow yourself to step into that place of love. If you're feeling grief and sadness, wrap your arms around your heart and your soul and spirit. Encourage yourself to look at the cups that are still standing and focus your energy on those cups. So in fact, you can multiply them. Okay. Use any conflict that comes up to you as a challenge to understand that you are capable of all things. Nothing that comes before you are you incapable of smashing, standing victoriously over it. All right. But it's important for you to use it as an opportunity to spice up that fire within you and let it take you to the next level. All right. The final guidance that you have is the first breath, the beginner's mind. When you look at that, okay, this is all, wow, look at this. This is about you connecting deeply to who you are, who your whole entire being is, the power that you hold within to create that which is without. Okay, the first breath reminds us to go back to the beginning. All right, go back to this sense of innocence that all things are possible. If you've experienced a loss, allow yourself to go back to the space in which you believed that all things are possible, so that that belief can steer you in the direction of what is coming next. Understand that whenever there is an ending, there is a new beginning. So the energy that you want to infuse your new beginning with needs to be one of light and love and possibility and hope. The fresh start and a renewed sense of curiosity, natural trust, the beginner's mind. Okay? So it's time for you to leave your old stories behind and begin to look at your world afresh. Because the thing is, the old stories have already passed. So this card invites you to take a deep breath and really connect to where you are, connect to the present, and allow that presence to be the information that you need to move yourself forward. And when I say the presence, I mean what's really, really happening right now. Are you well? Are you breathing? Do you have everything you need in this moment? Allow yourself to get into that space and generate, create from the space of possibility, from the space of newness. Let go of the old. Oftentimes, if we're still enough, we realize that the thoughts that are going through our head are triggered from our past belief, past circumstances, but what is happening right now, in the here and now? What can we gather from what we're seeing literally in this moment to help us to create what the next moment will be in our reality and in our world? Okay, so that's what I have for you. Your guidance for today is go back to your beginner's first breath, your first mind, all right? And allow that to infuse what is going to happen in your day, what is going to unfold in your day. Let the loss go. Let any conflict that is around you go. Make a decision and move yourself forward. That's your reading. I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you were brought in by this card here. All right. And it says, inspire. Yes. Okay, there's a lot of vibrations here, energetic, the music, the sounds, the vibrations going on here. And this card is really inviting you to sort of tap in to the energy that can occur to us when we listen to great music. Because remember that there are multiple frequencies in which we're working on. And within those frequencies, there is a language, right? There is guidance, there is healing, there is love, there is hope, there is chaos. Okay, everything is there on various frequencies, and oftentimes it can be embodied in music. But this card really invites you to harmonize, all right? Harmonize with your world, harmonize with your soul, harmonize with the people around you. Listen, energize, soothe, and heal. And that very engagement will allow you to inspire. But first, we must inspire our own passion in our own hearts. And then inspiration for others becomes seamless. All right. So one of the things it talks about, as I said before, is that sounds can express things that words cannot. So both they can calm, energize, heal, stimulate. All right. And both can take you somewhere far away. So listening to great music has been shown to improve your concentration and boost your mood because it wakes up your logical and creative parts of the brain at the same time. The logical part works on the pattern recognition, leaving the creative part free to imagine. So there's a need for you as you're going about your day and getting your daily guidance to intersect with both your logical and your creative. Allow the two to harmonize so that you can inspire yourself and inspire those around you. Now your tea leaves, you've got get back to basics. Sometimes it is the simple things that ground us in who we are, the sense of just noticing our breath, noticing what is going on around us, turning on that music that just brings us joy, gives us that little lift to our step, all right, or calms our spirit completely, all right? Go back to basics for you, whatever that looks like. Pay attention to your work. So be mindful of the things that you are going on, but do it from a place of what I'm hearing and understanding is, as I said before, mindfulness. As you're doing your work throughout today and the next, couple of days, take a moment during the process to take a breath and be conscious of what it is that you're doing. What are you actually creating on this planet? What vibrations are you sending out? No matter what your actual physical work is, right? There are multiple ways to be able to exist on a high frequency, vibrating high, if you will, in whatever capacity, whatever type of work that you're doing. So just tap in and see, where am I? What's going on? How, am I in my body? Am I present? Or am I just going about my daily tasks without sort of as a shell? Okay? Allow yourself to tap in. Your tarot cards that you have for today are going to be the Queen of Swords. Be guided by your intellect. Okay, and the Hermit. Yeah, this is the kind of balance that I was sensing for this reading, you all. That you have a need to, sort of balance that more firm intellect, right? The judicious thinking, the way that you're able to logically think, right? The logical part of the mind with the still part of the mind in which meditative states can come from, in which creativity can sprout from, right? Because you've got the Queen of Swords and you've got the Hermit. So in practical purposes, what these cards is really saying is that as you're facing your next couple of days, make decisions based on your intellect and your mind. Think things through. Use your sense of sort of balance and fairness as you're judging and making decisions about the daily affairs of your life. Carry yourself as a sense of a problem solver. Know that you are strong in that power because this is the Queen of Swords. And so she is immensely abundant by using her intellect and using her clarity of thought, all right? But then you've also got this Hermit card. So also you need to make time within your day to meditate, to be still, whatever that looks like for you, okay? To tap into your spiritual openness, whether that be, the Almighty, your connection with your guides, connection with whatever is the highest realm for you, your higher self, your whatever that might be, but be going to that place in a state of stillness so that you can listen. When we think of music, we think of listening, and there is an opportunity for you over the next couple of days to be still enough to listen to the music of your own soul. All right, that's what's really being asked of you. And in that, continue to use your intellect to help drive your day-to-day affairs and make the decisions that you need to make. Your mind is going to receive a new level of illumination, is what I'm actually understanding here. Your final message here is curiosity. Look at that, the stranger. Wow. So you are really being invited with this card to allow yourself to be still enough to follow the threads, follow the path of your own curiosity, follow the sense of the other, okay? This is talking about moving past fear of differences, going into that space of curiosity and acceptance rather than immediately rejecting things or people or ideas or whatever it might be, allowing a moment of pause, allowing a moment of meditative state to allow you to tap into a balanced intellectual thought to be able to be open to other ideas. There's really a sense of you being able to step back and in your daily affairs over the next, couple of days to be mindful in your work there. Okay. This talks about, it says, the stranger moves through the world in a shroud of darkness that often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty as the danger of the unknown defines its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you may find. This sense of going into the hermit stage and allowing yourself to do it from a place of not fear, but of embracing all of who you are. Okay, something extraordinary is being offered to you if you remain curious and teachable. So allow the newness to envelop you as you explore the possibilities. Okay, so this is going to be different from your expectations, but you are invited to a dance to a new music, okay? To dance to a new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result, all right? This is a defining moment this card is calling for, all right? It says take the risks because life is a precious diamond with multiple facets. So you are being invited to discover more of the facets of yourself, of your soul, of your heart, and of your life. And that's your message. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope you're enjoying your readings here. If you are, give me that thumbs up. And I will see you in your next reading. Until then, please have a joyfully abundant day. All right, bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So this is your daily guidance. And let's jump in. So you were drawn in by this card, and you got flow. Yes. Yeah, it's time to move. your realm of manifestation into the realm of physical possibility. And the way that you're going to be able to do that is to go with the flow. Tap in and go with the flow. You are being guided, you are being led on the path towards your manifestations. Okay, that's what this card is really speaking to. Okay, it says, when the moon is waxing and moving toward her full illumination, it is high time to move your intentions from the unseen world of possibility within you to the visible world of possible action. Let them flow effortlessly into manifestation. Seal your commitment to igniting your intuition by day and dreaming big by night. Make an assertive statement to yourself and to the universe with this dynamic moon. All right, so you all know that we just recently hit a full moon, okay? So one of the things that I'm really hearing for this pile is one of the things you need to do right now, as you're listening to this reading, I want you to claim what you are affirmatively wanting to bring into physical manifestation into your reality out loud. Create your affirmation that speaks it out into the universe, and hold it and speak it out. Whatever that is that you're bringing into your reality, okay? Speak it into the space and then watch it flow. All right. You've got temptation will test you. All right. And I feel like with this card here, what I'm really getting is the temptation of your fear or shadow that keeps you from believing in what is all possible for you. Okay. The temptation will test you. Okay. Are you going to allow those negative thoughts or the negative way of thinking or the non-belief, right, to keep you from manifesting that which you so desire? Okay. Or are you going to move on past that and trust and know that you are a soul having a human experience and that all things are possible for you? Okay. You've got teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Tap into your friendships, y'all, over the next couple of days. They have guidance for you. They have insight for you. They have love for you, and they have comfort for you, okay? Make that call. Reach out. Send that email. Send that note. Send that emoji, whatever it might be, but connect. The tarot cards that you've got are beautiful. The World and the Knight of Wands. Movement is happening in your world, okay? It's important for you to be assertive, and that's why I think I'm really hearing like you need to speak out your affirmation, okay? The Knight of Wands is very clear about where he is, where he's going. He is upright, okay? He is confident. He is assertive. He is moving things forward. All nights are about movement. And so this is about you being able to step fully into your power of manifestation for your own magnificent, brilliant life. Pile 3. Speak it out. Understand the power of your tongue and bring the world to you. Now, some of you may be traveling over the next couple of days or so. I'm actually about to go on a trip myself. But the understanding the realization, the revelation of the world. So the world is that space too of like that all things are accessible to you, not just your city, not just your state, not just your country of origin, the entire world. We are on a vibration. And so allowing yourself to flow is to know that so much more is possible to you than what you allow yourself to be open to in your day-to-day activities. So tap into what's available in the world. When you speak your assertion, begin to look out into what's possible in the world. Oh, I want to go somewhere beautiful. Go start exploring beautiful spaces so that you can get the images in your mind of what is possible that is beyond what you can see in your present reality. Okay? Create an image that is beyond what you can physically see in your reality. Allow yourself to dream bigger, okay? Allow yourself to see what is possible for you. Understanding when we say all things are possible, all things are possible. We say that almost kind of like sort of quick, but if you think about that, all things are possible to you, beloved Pile 3, and allow yourself to dream into that, okay? And go with the flow, and go with the flow. So your final message here, wow, look at that. The spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. If that's not what this Knight of Swords is saying, this flow card is saying, this is what this whole reading just really wraps it up. Like Spirit is really saying the river flows, right? The river bends, it twists, it turns, it goes up and around and over rocks. It smooths things. It is rough at times because it needs to get to the places that it needs to get. It does the work that it needs to do, but it flows. It flows. It may be still at times, but it's still flowing. Sometimes when we look at the river, we're looking at the top and it looks still, and underneath it, there is all kinds of stuff going on underneath that's shaping rocks and shifting sediment and moving fish along the currents that it has beneath it. So understand that you also embody all of that and that you can tap into that energy of flow. Okay? This also talks about allowing and trusting the universe. The river just flows. It doesn't question the flow. It is the flow. So it is important for you to understand that you are the flow. Do not get caught up by thinking, well, what am I doing? How do I do it? I don't know how to do it. That's questioning the flow. Just be in the flow. Be in the movement of your reality. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and the whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure that's waiting for you, okay? Stop working on the problem for a while, okay? The issue is not what it seems, all right? It's really important for you to go with the flow, all right? Even if that seems challenging in the moment. That's the message that I have for you all. The world is open to you. Embrace it. All right? And click that like button for me if you like the readings that you're getting here. And I will see you in your next reading. Please have a joyfully abundant day. Bye. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading for today's guidance. And you were drawn in by this beautiful card here. This connectedness, it's beautiful. Intuition, yes. Okay, so let's get into this. So what this is really showing me is a connection to self, a connection to others, a connection to the divine, but a real sense of allowing the flow of the universe to guide you, all right? Tapping into what is knowable within you, which is all things, okay? This card of intuition talks about you really allowing yourself to lean into perception, instinct, being able to discern, being insightful, the deepness of your soul and your spirit. Understand that intuition functions on a different level, a different vibration, and can show up for us in different ways. So doesn't necessarily use the same language as we hear, although some of us are clairaudient and can actually hear things in language, but most of it is not an actual hearing the way that you would perceive hearing, right? So tap into what your intuition is. Are you seeing repetitive signs, images, numbers, symbols, okay? Are you connecting to various repetitive feelings, right? Or even that sense of like deja vu, right? Where you have this sense where, oh wait, I've been here before. I was told once when that actually happens, what you can do in that moment, if you're conscious enough, if you're mindful enough, is to actually try to hold that space as long as possible and be mindful around it. What's actually going on in the deja vu? What information is there for you to be able to take back into the current space that you're in? Okay. So that's just one example, because intuition works on a lot of different levels, and people use and leverage their intuition differently depending on what their abilities are, their level of consciousness, their level of connection, their level of awareness, even in that given moment at time, right? Because we're all going through our own growth periods. Sometimes we allow our intuition to be at higher levels, then other times we can shut it down by fear, by not allowing, by closing the door on certain things. This card is inviting you to allow your intuition in. Allow it to guide you, at least over these next couple of days as we look at this guidance for today, because it's going to be a source of light. It's going to be a source of victory for you, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Now, you've also got for your tea leaves, you have lighthearted and carefree time. Now, this is interesting to me. And look at that. And spiritual love. You've got lighthearted and carefree time and spiritual love. And this is interesting to me because when you are able to exist on a lighter plane, when you tap into those frequencies of love and joy and laughter and play, is when you can allow your intuition to grow even more profoundly. Oftentimes we think like those deep, feelings of, tragedy or sadness or hurt or loss or where it can sit, but those energies have a very heavy influence. And so if you're allowed to kind of like be more in a play, that's why children are able to like tap in at a totally different level, especially when it comes to a sense of play. There's a lightheartedness that allows for the flow of your connection to come more easily. Okay, so over the next couple of days, I would invite you to allow yourself to play. If you haven't played in a while, whatever that looks like for you, going outside, if you're in a winter climate, playing in the snow, if you're somewhere warm, playing in the grass, or just, even going somewhere inside to play. But just having that sense of lightheartedness, I think it's going to help you to tap in a little bit deeper into what's going on for you intuitively and listening to that guidance. All right. It's interesting because oftentimes when I get the intuition, I always think there's a sense of needing to tap into the silence. And for you, for this pile, I'm getting that there's a need for you to tap into the joy, like tap into that lighthearted energy that comes from a place of joy. And it's going to open up your third eye in a significant way. If you can allow yourself to create multiple opportunities for you to exist in that state of play, lightheartedness, joy. Okay? Your tarot cards are, look at that. Wow. The Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is highly successful. Okay. And she is not only successful, but she's stable, because the Pentacles is talking about the material world. So it's also talking about material wealth. And so what I'm getting here is this sense of play, this sense of of tapping into your intuitive self is going to lead you to your abundance. Okay, it will allow you to fully embody your success in a way that shifts your foundation, right? Your foundation meaning, your sense of security, like your sense of knowing that all is well, okay? Because this is really saying that all is well, okay? And the Magician card is a beautiful card because it talks about power. It talks about your ability to manifest. The Magician card is the card of the major arcana that talks about being able to create anything from nothing, okay? Having the power to be able to use what you have around you, right? To be resourceful, to be able to tap into the cosmic energy of all, right? That all things are possible, and to be able to almost reach into that cosmic vat of all and pull from it and give into it because it's an easy flow, right? So there's not a sense of lack, but a sense of knowing that all things are possible. And then the reality of watching that come into your physical reality. Okay, that's beautiful. So for the next couple of days for you all, I want you to have fun. I want you to be lighthearted, and I want you to allow yourself to truly listen to your intuitive being. If your intuitive self says, just go outside for 5 minutes, just go outside for 5 minutes. It's okay. Like, okay, I don't normally leave my office, right? Like I normally am doing what I'm doing, or I don't normally leave, you know what I mean? But your head is telling you, we have these thoughts all the time, but we just don't listen to them, you know? If just try to listen to yourself more, beloved, over the next couple of days. And if your intuitive self, right? If that knowingness within you says, yeah, get up and go to the store now. Get up and go to the store and begin to watch the flow of your life shift into an alignment that allows you to create that which is impossible. All right. You've got the Horseman, the herald of change. Yeah, I was really getting this sense, this energy of change, like to do things that are out of the ordinary, that even within your own mind's eye, when you first get the thought, you think to yourself, that's weird, that's odd, I don't do that. We don't do that. If those thoughts come through your head, go back and pay attention to what that was. What was the thought? And then do it. Okay? And then do it. Obviously, if it's not going to cause harm to yourself or others. But, the point is to allow yourself to listen more deeply and allow yourself to guide you into a place of change. Okay. The Horseman brings good news. Okay. So this change that's coming in is a good news experience. All right, Pile 4. So get ready to embrace it. Okay. It is inviting you to spread the good news. So in order for you to spread the good news, you've got to have the good news, right? So that means that you've got to embody it. You've got to be in a space of joy for you to really focus on that which is beautiful, that which is lighthearted. This is why I'm really wanting you to play, because your guidance over the next couple of days is to be the messenger of good news. And you'll be the messenger of good news by allowing yourself to experience the good news in your own life. And the way that you're going to do that is to tap into your intuition by allowing yourself to be lighthearted and playful. And then watch the magic unfold. That's what I have for you, pile number 4. So I hope these readings are helpful to you. If you're liking the readings that you're getting, give me that thumbs up, and I will see you in your next reading. I hope that you please go out there and have a joyfully abundant day. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.